Stadium, Baton Rouge. This matchup today, part of the lifeblood of the sport. A rivalry game where the results will be remembered for a lifetime. It's the Texas A&M Aggies and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Hollywood on the sideline.
Guys, the Tigers head coach told me pregame he understands the importance of this game as a separator in the conference standings. With both teams undefeated, some games under their belt, this will be a great test for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. He wants their total focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Guys, back to you.
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Aggies offense will get the football first. Last time these two met, it was a beatdown, and I'm sure these guys would love to land the first punch in this one.
Bragging rights in setting the tone right from the beginning of the game, right? I mean, they came in, were shot out of a cannon. They were playing with so much energy and so much fire. They just overwhelmed their opponent the last time out there.
And I promise you, they've heard about it a lot, right? They've been poked, they've been prodded. It's been mentioned, it's been running through the facility all week long. You've seen it on social media. The clips of the last matchup to provide a spark, some hate, some anger to get them going for this football game.
After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They go to the counter. Turning it on. Good, strong tackle.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
Just this side of midfield, the defense trying to rise up on 3rd and short from the 49. He didn't get it. Not only that, he lost yardage.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Punt is in the air on 4th down. And that punt will make its way into the end zone, and they'll put it in play from their own 20. So LSU's offense takes the field for the first time in this game. Now we say hello to Caden Durham. Churned out more than 150 yards and found pay dirt a couple of times in their victory last game.
And he has been as advertised. You're talking about him being a star coming into the season, and through the first part of the season, he's toting the mail. He's doing it all for this squad. Last week you saw him put up big numbers. It starts and ends handing the ball to the running back, setting the tone, Jesse, for this offense.
He looks bigger and faster to me, and I wasn't sure he could be that after how good he was a season ago. But this guy spent a lot of time in the gym and out running in the offseason. And the incredible part is he's putting so much production out every single game. When the defense knows he's getting the ball each and every play, it still doesn't matter. At this point, nobody can stop him.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. In these rivalry games, it's about passion, about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. Got to establish the line of scrimmage.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Rams him with the stiff arm. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. Sells the run looking to pass. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Selling the fake. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. 3rd and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink. But the good news is they got a field goal in their back pocket.
They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Didn't make them sweat at all. It's good. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And he'll take that first drive. Like, you wanted a touchdown, but you gave the people here at home something to cheer about on that first drive. Move the football enough to get your kicker an opportunity and to put 3 on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They're going to need to get something started, finding themselves in a 3-0 hole. Got a man. It's Craver. Makes the grab, and down immediately. He picks up a few. 2nd and long here. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed trying to make magic with his feet. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
And usually when a QB takes off and scrambles, it's because the defense didn't do a great job keeping lane integrity, not keeping him in the pocket, letting him get outside, and then he can do damage. And it's the next play that you have to play instead of this just the original pass. So defense has got to do a better job keeping that guy in the pocket.
Right side, it's Craver. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49, a big pickup there.
This guy's gotten off to a good statistical start, guys, but that last completion, he's already now over 1,000 passing yards on the season, and man, you know he's looking for more.
This Texas A&M offense is wasting no time. Straight ahead, it's Owens. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
On the gun, on 3rd down, it's Marcel Reed. Unleashes one, and they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Play action on 1st down. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
Sets his feet. It's Levin. Under pressure. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feeling this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Going to try to get it himself. Makes his way out to the 20 before he stopped, and that'll bring up a 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field.
I know he didn't pick up the first down, but man, he makes this 4th down way more manageable. It's tough when you got 4th in Africa. Did a great job of making this manageable and keeping the playbook open.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. The run inside. It's Owens. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
They'll run it on the counter. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Now here's Reed. Still looking. He'll pull it down. Ball is loose. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Wide receiver going in motion. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Fires to the tight end. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple. Short completion on 1st down, and here comes 2nd and 8. Throwing Reed. Looking to the big tight end. Pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and the D might have been a little too rough on the quarterback there. The late hit moves the ball up 15 yards. 3 yards. 1st down for the offense after that penalty. Back to throw, it's Reed. They'll run the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Jumped on top of the pile.
They have just not been able to get this guy into a rhythm so far in this game. I know it's still the first half, but there's been nothing going for him like you just saw in that last run. He's an outstanding talent. You may have to start thinking about throwing him the football, getting him out in the perimeter and space to let him go to work. He's got to touch the ball for you to come back in this game. Right now, running it, though, very difficult.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Face the grab. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, Frayne.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
This defense will bring pressure from the linebacker level, from the cornerback level, free safety level, and the strong safety level. They're bringing it from all over the field.
The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. The give to Caden Durham. He's dropped.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Keeps it himself. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
And the defense did everything right against that option play. They got to the quarterback. They forced him to keep it. Not only do they create the fumble, but they jump on it behind the line of scrimmage. That is just perfect option defense.
So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. Nothing but punts as a result of the first three offensive drives, hoping this one gets a little more done. Motion from the wide receiver. This is a designed run. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
And this offense on first down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Hits inside, it's Owens. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
From the gun on third down, Reed reels it in. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wide receiver comes in motion. Follows his blocks. It's Owens. Shakes off the defender. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
That was an important stop there as they try to hold them to a field goal on this drive.
And as an offense, that's just why you cannot get behind the sticks in these types of situations. 3rd in California is hard to complete and is hard to convert for anybody. And even though the running back is able to do something positive on that third down play, it's just too many yards to gain, and now they're forced to punt.
Dead center perfect. And after the 3-spot guys, we're all tied up.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
And you know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Tells the run, wants to pass. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. Got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Levitt. Working that wide receiver screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him the screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dave.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the 1st down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
He's going to run it. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Reed. He unleashes a long one. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Levitt. Out of the backfield, he's open. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. Wants to throw, he's working against the clock. And the timing just a hair off.
can't rest on your laurels as a quarterback. We know how much success he had last game when he completed over 70% of his throws. This game, though, he's just a little bit off. At times he looks like he's pressing. He hasn't been overly accurate, and that's the reason why he's completing somewhere around 50% of his passes.
Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. And it's first down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the first half. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful leg.
And not to be the old guys in the booth, but we are the old guys in the booth. Man, 50-yard field goals used to be really, really hard. Kickers nowadays, man, they are making it look so much easier, and he does right there.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We begin with a look at Illinois taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Illini, with one of the biggest wins in program history, taking down the #1 team in the country. Make it 2 in a row for that ball club after they started the season 1-1. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now. Now over to your game at Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
And he's got his man on the sideline. He'll come up a little short of the first down. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Tight end now in motion. On 3rd down, here's Durham. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Tight quarters. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. So the Texas A&M offense returns to the field. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Out wide left, it's Horton. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
I mean, getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for a loss.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Deafening noise. Reed trying to cut through it. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
And I think the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Fields the punt. He gets a block. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. And points have been hard to come by in this one. They'll try to put together a drive. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Rushes on. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yardage. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. The kick is on its way. And he tried to pin him deep with that punt. Instead, it goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. The Aggies offense will have another go at it. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Pulls it. Turns upfield. The handoff. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like, really quickly making a read, and you could tell they weren't on the same page. It went absolutely nowhere. Defense won that rep.
Reed throws to the tight end. Had to force that one.
And his passing game, they can't get in sync, man. They can't get in rhythm. It seems like all game it's been a struggle. Nice job by the defense, dropping back, breaking on the football, but this offense has to find their rhythm somehow, some way.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Moving the pocket, it's Reed. Fires to the tight end. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. Not a lot of room to make this catch. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. It has been a complete uphill struggle for both of these offenses, Jesse.
It sure has. At this point, David, someone's just going to have to step up and make them.
Makes the grab in their space. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
There used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You throw it to him and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's why he is such a tough matchup for any defense. Man, he's a problem.
Snap on first down, wants to throw. Wide open downfield. Defense caught out of position, and they get him down finally at the 38. Just about any LSU offense will make you hold your breath when they play pitch and catch.
Yeah, just such elite playmakers usually, just such speed. And listen, when you're a defense, speed kills. And LSU, no matter who plays quarterback, they always got dudes that can fly out wide that absolutely scare you.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you could turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Back to throw, it's Levitt. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I'm kind of surprised by this performance, man. The QB last week, you could tell, dude, he was in rhythm. He was good timing. You could tell the chemistry with receivers were good. And today, everything just looks off. And it looks hard. It looks difficult. They got to find a way to get back in the rhythm they were in last week.
On third down, here's Durham. Down to the 25-yard line, and he's got enough for a first down.
And it's a good job by this defense, man. They got him in third and short, but, man, they've got to do a better job. If they want to get back in this football game, they've got to force some field goals. They've got to force some punts. They've got to force something to go their way, and they've got to be better on third down.
There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice game.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Running the red zone, it's Barry. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Snapped it in the shotgun. Look out! He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. And the penalty accepted, and they'll move him back. Still third down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Throws for the tight end. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. And that one took everything he had to sneak it over the crossbar inside the left upright. They double their lead up to 6 here in the third quarter. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Pulls and fires complete. Could not make his way to the corner. Long way to go on second down. Motion from the wideout. Getting vertical. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, will be legal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Guys, LSU has the lead here. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. Now just about ready to snap it to start the 4th. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. They'll move the wide receiver. Here's Reed to throw. Makes the grab. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw first downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Tigers sending out their offense, ready to get this drive started. They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Got the 1st down. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34. 1st down here for the offense. To the air, it's Levin. Turns it upfield. Breaks into the open. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
The Tigers peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Here's a give to Durham. Might have a chance.
Man, it's so nice to have a guy that you can depend on. Like, this offense is built around him for a reason. Just a good running back. You can see, gets north-south, doesn't dance, picks up positive yards, breaks tackles. He's just a really good player, and that's why this offense runs through him.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Caden Durham again. Got him right there.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. Got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
They're looking at a 3rd down and short from the 33. Trying to slip through and pick it up. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch passing could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
Finds a man in the middle. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it.
play. So there you dial up play action, set up an easy throw, and they mixed it up. But getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
They'll line up to go for 2. Motion from the back. Looking for a man. It's Levitt. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
That keeps the score. LSU 15, Texas A&M 3. Number 20, set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Texas A&M offense is back on the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. Throwing Reed. Looking down the middle. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't get a chance to show off those running skills, but he gives him the ball at the 29-yard line.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. And that interception might well be the nail in the coffin. Offense gets the ball back, up by 2 scores. They'll give him 1 to the 28-yard line.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Here's Durham one more time. They make the tackle after he gets 2 down to the 25.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On 3rd down, here's Durham. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Wide receiver going in motion. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Out wide right, it's Brown. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh...
Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3, showed it all on that run. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. A 1st down run in the red zone. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Texas A&M will use its 2nd timeout. They've got 1 timeout left now. They'll have to choose wisely as to when to use it. They're going to run it. Went right back to him, and again he is denied. It's 3rd and goal. Now the Aggies will use their last timeout. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and he surges across the line. Touchdown, Tigers. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their fourth straight win.
And with that TD, this team looking to go 4-0. Just how you want to start a season, man. They've done an unbelievable job answering all the questions, starting off the year just how you want to. Now, keep it going. Keep that momentum. Don't relax. What a start to the season.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the fourth. So that drive covered 29 yards and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Reed buys time to his left. Trying to his... Oh, it's a fumble. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few.
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding you just got to jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Looking for the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Do you think that was a straight go, or they just sort of went with gut feel as to whether the defense was going to relax on that 4th and 1?
I don't know, but I know this. As a coach, I'm not giving a lot of freedom for gut will on the own side of the field if we're going to go for it on 4th down. I think they probably understood, listen, it's 4th and 1. I like our chances to get 1 yard, and they went for it, and by the way, they got it.
Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose. 2nd and long here. Looking to throw, it's Reed. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over. Maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping and clawing.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to dial something up.
Looking for the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And guys, hold that thought just a second because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Reed to throw for it on 4th. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they'll take a knee, the universal symbol for we have this thing in hand. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today. And I know talking